Hello students, here is a piece of advice on the Teacher's Day to make your work more effective, giving you the best results. Students, the first thing is avoid the irrelevant work. Avoiding irrelevant work means what? When a topic has been taught to you, don't start solving the assignments from the random sources. Like I have noticed that some of the students start solving assignments immediately from the PYQs, that is the past year questions. That is not the effective way of learning. You need to stop it. Just leave any kind of irrelevant work. Now, what is the relevant work and what you should do? Do the relevant work, revision in the assignments. The proper way of doing the relevant work is what? When a topic has been done, you can start like what? Start from the very simple. Start from the examples of NCERT. There are some examples given in the NCERT, in the text itself, in the lesson itself. Solve those examples by using the theory, by using the concepts that have been taught to you in the class, and check the answers that you are getting the proper answers or not. Then after that, solve the NCERT assignment. Maybe in the past few years, the NCERT questions have been very diluted. Like most of the good questions have been removed from the NCERT, but still, whatever simple questions are there, you just watch them and try to give an attempt that are you able to solve all the questions. So at least when you solve the NCERT assignment, it is it becomes, you ensure that you know all the theory matter. After that, what? After that, you must solve the institute assignment. Like what assignment we are giving to you, you start solving that assignment, and once you have solved that assignment, then go for the PYQs directly. Then you can directly go for the PYQs. Instead of taking assignments from the various channels, from the various sources, from the various websites, please do not do that. There is no guarantee that the questions given in the website are correct. If the question itself is not correct, you will be wasting your time. So do not go to find any questions from any website. Directly do what? Directly use solve the PYQs, because you know that nothing can be more relevant for you than the examiner. So PYQs are what? Past year's questions which examiner themselves have made. So after solving our assignment, directly go for the PYQs. In our assignment also, follow a sequence. Like first of all, you should solve what? JEE main objective questions or the NEET objective questions. Once you have done those, then there are some JEE main subjective questions. There are some NEET subjective questions. And once this work is done, then only go for any questions of JEE Advanced from our assignment. And at the end, like after the JEE main questions, you should solve what? PYQs of the JEE main. If you find yourself that you have the capacity, you have the time, and you can really perform very well in this, then go for the JEE Advanced assignment. And after that, the next thing is what? Like revision. So when you are solving, revision is not to be done separately. In what way you have to revise it? When you are solving the questions of NCERT, solving the questions of JEE main or PYQs, whenever you are stuck in a question that you are not able to solve it, go in the notebooks. Do not watch the video again. You need not to watch the video again. You'll do what? See the class notes. Try to relate the question from the examples of the class notes, from the concepts of the class notes. This is the proper way of revision. And this is how you will be, not only you will be remembering the subject matter, like your retentivity will be improved. Also, you will understand that how a particular concept is to be applied. You will understand the importance of a concept. And when you understand the importance of a concept, then to remember it becomes really very easy. So after completing the chapter, like chapter has been completed, you need not to read it thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Just read it once or twice. Start solving assignment. When you're solving assignment, you will stuck up in the questions many times. Every time when you stuck up in a question, see what kind of example was given to you in the class, what kind of theory was told to you in the class, which formula is to be used. Because I have observed this thing after the corona. What I have seen that students start solving assignment, they're not able to solve a question. They do what? Immediately they keep it in the list of asking the question. This is the wrong way. Why wrong way? Because I've seen that after the corona, the retentivity of the subject matter among the students is not that good. Gradually, you need to overcome through this phase, and you need to reach at the topmost phase of the remembrance. So suppose you're not remembering a formula and you thought that you're not able to apply it. It's a wrong notion. If you remember a formula, you remember the theory, still you are not able to apply it, then you should ask it. Otherwise, first of all, you'll go in the notes, you'll see from which part of the theory, from which part of the example the question has been asked. When you are solving an assignment, you need to do this practice at least 20 times, and that is the revision. That is the proper mode of revision. All right. So revision is through by solving what the relevant assignment, and I told you what is the relevant sequence of assignment and what is the relevant assignment. Now see, the next is what? Synchronize your work with the institute. Synchronize your work means what? Because see, you are not the individual student for whom the learning can be customized. You are working in a group. That means what? If one chapter has been completed, immediately or even when the chapter is going on, you should start solving assignment. So that when the time slot is given for the discussion of the questions of that chapter, you should participate in the assignment at that moment. You should send your doubts at that moment, and you should participate in the discussion at that moment only. Synchronizing also means do not request for postponing the test. When the test is due and the institute declares a test, immediately go for the test in the online or offline, whatever mode has been suggested. So synchronizing your work really is a very, very important point. Because if you delay your work, you are not doing the work at the proper point of time. You won't be able to participate, you won't be able to participate in the discussion of the assignment, and eventually you will be left behind. So do some little more work, do regulate your activity in that way that you are able to go with the speed and the curriculum of the institute. And especially, I keep watching it. I do not make the curriculum so fast that it becomes really difficult for a student to follow it. But yes, really, we do not make it that slow also that you're not able to complete your syllabus in the given time. So synchronizing your effort, synchronizing your work really is a very important step. Next is follow the systematic approach of solving the assignment. No show off should come between you and your learning. It is the same thing. What I told you right now, you're solving an assignment, and when you are reading the question, immediately after that, you're marking what? Not done. You need to ask. You need to ask. Or when number of students are asking the questions, they are sending their doubts, question number this, question number this, and you feel that you have not done it, so you should also send some arbitrary questions. This is show off. This is what show off. Please do not do this. Learning is a very honest activity. When you really want to learn, you will learn. You want to show off, you will not learn. For sure, you can do anything by show off, but you cannot learn by show off. So please avoid this. Do the assignment with the systematic approach, like I told you. Follow the sequence, and when you read a question, do not immediately conclude that you're not able to do it. As I told you, maybe you do not remember its theory, you do not remember its example, you do not remember its formula. Then how can you apply it? There is no point of application. The point of application becomes only when you remember it. So go at that moment only. When you're solving the question, at that moment only, what you do, you go to the notes and see for that from which part of the theory, which from which example it is related. So there's the proper way of solving it. All right, students. So I hope you're going to follow it and you're going to reach the best heights. You have some dreams, and to fulfill your dreams, you should follow the systematic approach. जैसे बोलते हैं ना, कम खाओ अच्छा खाओ. So here I do say what? Here I say कम पढ़ो but अच्छा पढ़ो. बहुत ही सिस्टमैटिक वे में पढ़ो, सो दैट कि वो आपको एक बेस्ट रिजल्ट्स देगा. कई बार रैंडम काइंड ऑफ एफर्ट, कभी पढ़ना, कभी बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ना, कभी बिल्कुल कम पढ़ना, कभी किसी सोर्स से पढ़ना, कभी किसी सोर्स से पढ़ना, उससे रियली बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट्स नहीं आते. तो जिस चीज से बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आते हैं, आई टोल्ड यू. सो प्लीज फॉलो इट and be successful, be happy. All the best.